Porsha is now divorcing.
Porsha is currently separating from SE. It's true Porsha Williams is parting from her significant other Simon, but since this separation is no customary one, it's standing out as truly newsworthy for every one of some unacceptable reasons. Question: just showed up, you said she cheated, yet you pin everything on her. What might be said about you nature? I didn't pin everything on her. The part that I played in it is that since I hadn't addressed my experience growing up injury, I can time to draw. In some unacceptable ladies, I attempt to safeguard ladies. I pick the ones who need me the most, that have some sort of need, that in fact I'm not prepared to. Assuming you've been looking at your virtual entertainment feeds, you could have seen Simon's new allegations on her significant other. Since the separation news broke, he has been causing disarray with some obscure web-based conduct. Simon is leaving hints on his virtual entertainment, and we're here to separate everything for you from exploitation. And nations like I will quit cherishing my better half when the separation is last to stunning clues about migration give Simon's web-based presence has turned into the focal point of this dramatization, so prepare to find out about Porsha Williams' unstable separation and everything circumventing it. Okay, so we should return a little and get into the history of Porsha and Simon's astonishing sentiment. Everything began in 2021 on the Genuine Housewives of Atlanta set where destiny united them. Simon was as yet hitched to Fallon at that point, yet he encountered Porsha, and that is when things began to get intriguing. Inside a month of Simon's parted from Fallon, Porsha and Simon went from being easygoing colleagues to a public couple discuss moving quick, and it didn't stop there. They got connected with a month after the fact and secured the bunch in November 2022. Everything appeared to be getting sorted out for this influence couple. However, as we as a whole realize life can be eccentric, only 5 months into their marriage, Porsha put the brakes on their joyfully. At any point after excursion, their strong relationship veered off in an unexpected direction, leaving everybody considering what headed off base. And when we assumed we had everything sorted out, Porsha tosses us a curve that has everybody confounded. Yes, you got it right. Her unforeseen separation declaration and every one of the inconsistencies that accompanied it. This is the objective for Simon. He's been with ladies generally at through his mom vocation. I mean, he's late 50s, nearly 60s, done a ton of misleading, as per the U.S. central government. Thus, as he's, moving and shaking, spouses are coming, wives are going, children are being had. And he's simply moving up and down. He's getting ousted out the nation, returning, and Porsha is the objective, yet he had sufficient cash for her to get the bolt, cause Porsha likes cash, paving the way to the stunner. Porsha had us on a roll. Envision this Valentine's Day spent together, heartfelt yacht outings and public announcements of a cheerful marriage. Everything appeared to be amazing until out of the blue Porsha drops the bomb that she is seeking legal separation. Yet only days before the declaration, Porsha additionally openly announced on Instagram that she need to be called Porsha Gadaya, not Porsha Williams. She clarified that her old name was before and presently. A couple of days after the fact, its legal documents rather than a joyfully ever after declaration. It resembles watching a riddle with unaccounted for parts. Porsha, who appeared to be frantically enamored, unexpectedly raises a ruckus around town. All in all, cheerfully hitched story. The timing is dubious, and fans are left considering what occurred in the background to cause this unexpected shift in perspective. A few fans are coming in to share their input. A fan remarked saying, "I have never seen an individual this parched over, needing to be at the center of attention. Another person guaranteed poor Ash would edit this man's cash." And when she figured out the very much was dry, she went out around here boasting for a very long time about taking this woman's better half. This is full on. This is one of Simon's exes. He has 5 exes this time. The spotlight is on Simon and his chaotic legitimate circumstance. He has got some serious court dramatization. Moving on, first up, we should discuss Simon's criminal history and charges. Court records spilled by the famous Tattlepee let the cat out of the bag on an extensive rundown of charges against Simon. We're talking MasterCard extortion, bank misrepresentation, data fraud, and surprisingly, a phony marriage for a green card. This person can't avoid inconvenience. It resembles something straight out of a completely exhilarating wrongdoing novel. Yet tragically, it's very much genuine. I'm continued on so fast from Fallon in light of the fact that he saw an open door. She saw an open door. This is a match made, and have the two of them has some Simon's obscure past. is at last finding him. His excursion all through the U.S. is a train wreck. He originally showed up in 1982 with a guest visa, yet lingered too long and attempted to pull off a phony marriage that migration saw directly through. That prompted a narrow escape with extradition, yet Simon wasn't prepared to surrender. He returned 1996 just to get captured for bank misrepresentation, concede to lawful offense allegations, and continue to cause problems adequately. It's to blow your mind some way or another, he figured. Ed out how to stay away from removal, expected a phony character to remain in the nation, and even helped a green card through some exceptional movement program. Quick forward to 2016. And Simon concludes he needs to turn into a U.S. resident, yet here's the kicker: he applies under the very phony personality that got him his green card, and think about what he gets denied not once yet 2 times in 2020 and 2023. Now reports are uncovering that Porsha had a lot of familiarity with Simon's legitimate wreck. Clearly she was very much aware of his crude past, yet the extravagant way of life he gave was too enticing to even think about minding, as per Tasha K. Porsha and Simon used to have similar cosmetics craftsmen who spilled all the tea. Tasha claims that Porsha was more inspired by the costly gifts and fat ledger than agonizing over the legitimateness of Simon's activities. As the dramatization of Porsha Williams' separation unfurls, web-based entertainment turns into a center point of conclusions and wrath. Pons's fans and devotees are moving to Twitter and Instagram to share their considerations on this stunning news. A client tweeted saying, "I think the two of them utilized each other." Another additional, Porsha realizes he's a hooligan, she is about cash. So for what reason did Porsha Williams take that woman's better half just from when he was going to get expelled for her to hop? Porsha said she lacked the capacity to deal with it. As things get more extraordinary, we should investigate. Porsha determined O's and the chess game she's playing to safeguard her resources. Blogger Jessie Charm has within scoop on Porsha's arrangement. As per Jessie, Porsha's separation may be something beyond a separation. It very well may be a brilliant move to safeguard her funds. Rumors from far and wide suggest Porsha isn't genuinely cutting ties, she's bringing in certain her cash stays protected from Simon's legitimate difficulties. A cunning move adds an intriguing turn to this generally emotional story. We shall discuss the show of dominance of seeking legal separation. Porsha may be finding serious ways to safeguard herself from Simon's legitimate issues by beginning the separation cycle. She could be making a hindrance to keep her cash and resources out of danger. Remembering the big picture here, seeking legal separation could be her approach to saying, "I need to be autonomous and keep my funds secure." An incredible move could be her triumphant technique in this fight. In court, I attempt to safeguard ladies. I pick the ones who need me the most, you that have some sort of need. That in fact I'm not prepared to. Simon Gadaya is barraging us with enigmatic posts that have everybody reviving their channels. How about we stall these computerized hints to uncover the clues that could make sense of the in-the-background story of their grieved marriage? Simon's web-based entertainment eruption resembles a riddle ready to be tackled. His articulation: "I will quit cherishing my significant other when the separation is last," is something other than a line. A stacked announcement causes a commotion. He proceeded with caution, leaving lounge room for hypothesis about the feelings behind the separation declaration. It's a baffling look into Simon's internal conflict, making us can't help thinking about what prompted such an extreme opinion. Now the unavoidable issue is whether Simon's web-based entertainment storm is only the starting. We are anticipating that he should uncover our pessimistic DT stories about Porsha Williams as time continues on, with a ton of harming disclosures ready to be uncovered. And I sat with our cosmetics craftsman, cuz at the time we had a similar cosmetics craftsman, and he was saying Porsha loves, and this is all she gloats about, is the way of life. She needs the marvelousness, she needs the excitement, she needs a jewel. She needs to have the option to gloat about what she has. She doesn't give a F where it came from. She doesn't give a where he's getting it from, as long as he turns it on. In the meantime, as per Tasha K, Porsha was definitely not a blameless observer in Simon's legitimate difficulties. She purportedly had some awareness of his exercises, the way that they had a similar cosmetics craftsman who spilled the tea on Porsha's emphasis being on the glamour and charm as opposed to the lawfulness of Simon's activities adds another contort to the story.